You're listening to the Empower Self podcast with your host, Krystal Long, soulful stories of growth, resilience, and transformation. Let's begin. Hi there. Welcome. Come on in. Take a deep breath and let yourself land here for a moment. Whether you're listening on a walk, curled up on the sofa with a cup of tea, or maybe even driving through the chaos of life, I'm so grateful you pressed play. I'm Krystal Long, and this is the very first episode of the Empower Self podcast. This space is brand new, and yet it's been quietly forming in me for years. I'm a life coach in training, a facilitator and trainer, and someone who's been working in education and personal development for many years. But more than titles, I'm someone who has walked through darkness, through healing, and into a new kind of light. This podcast is a soul-led offering. It's for anyone who's ever felt stuck, unseen, or unsure of how to move forward, but still had that tiny flicker inside that whispered, "There's more for me than this." I spent over 25 years in and out of the mental health system. That's more than 2 decades of labels, medications, relapses, and recoveries. More than 2 decades of fighting for a sense of self I couldn't quite hold on to, yet always searching for something deeper beneath it all. And then something shifted, slowly, through coaching, emotional intelligence, neuro-linguistic programming or NLP, somatic practices, and the right kind of support. I began to see myself not just as someone with a diagnosis, but as someone with wisdom, as someone with agency, as someone with a voice. There's one moment I come back to often. I was walking in nature, not thinking about anything in particular, and this soft thought had arrived. What if I'm not broken? What if I've been becoming? That was the seed, and this podcast is the tree that's growing from it. Here's what you can look forward to on the Empower Self podcast. We're starting with an incredible conversation with Lucy Cronley, who is a life coach and author whose story of trauma, recovery, and purpose will truly inspire you. It's raw, real, and full of heart. You'll also hear solo episodes from me, kind, reflective spaces where I'll share practical tools and soulful insights around self-awareness, emotional well-being, boundaries, mindset, and self-leadership. And there's more. I'll be exploring practical tools for self-care, not just talking about them, but walking you through them. On some episodes, I'll invite guests to share their favorite rituals, tools, and practices. And on occasion, we'll even have a live demonstration or guided moment to try together. The idea is to help you build your own wellness toolbox. something you can return to when life feels a little too loud, too fast, or just a bit too much. Right now, I invite you to reflect on this. What's one small self-care ritual that grounds you, even for 30 seconds? That's your first tune. Hold it gently, and we'll add more along the way. New episodes will be shared every Wednesday, so make sure to follow or subscribe so you don't miss a thing. If something in this episode speaks to your heart, I'd love for you to subscribe, leave a review, or share it with someone who might need it. And if you have a story of resilience, healing, or personal transformation that you'd like to share, my inbox is open. You can email me at empowerselfpodcast@gmail.com and connect with me on Instagram and Facebook at the Empowered Self Podcast or at Krystal Empowered Self. Let's take one more breath together. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Wherever you are on your journey, know this. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to begin. You are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. There's a quote that continues to inspire me. It's by George Bernard Shaw. I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the whole community, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it on to future generations. This podcast is part of that light, a flame I'm offering, a hand extended, a reminder that you're not alone. This has been the Empowered Self Podcast with me, Krystal Long. Until next time, stay grounded, stay kind, and stay empowered. Take care.